Hey guys, it is Red Penguin Productions here, back again with another YouTube video. So today's YouTube video is going to be a review on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, or the Super Mario Bros. 2 movie, whatever, made by Illumination. So there was a lot of new content, like games and movies, that are coming out in this year and also next year, such as the FNAF 2 movie that is coming out December 5th of this year. So anyways, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is based on the video game Super Mario Galaxy, which was for the Nintendo Wii, and this movie is also a sequel taking place after the events of the first Super Mario Bros. Movie. But you know, everyone already knows that. Now the trailer came out about like 2 weeks ago, so yeah, it is 2 weeks old, but you know what, I don't care. Because, yeah, who cares about how old something is? I'm still gonna talk about it. And it's also announced to come out April next year, so April 2026. So, yeah, basically the trailer, it shows us Bowser in his castle looking angry. And it looks like he's gonna plan some big plot or something. But it turns out he's actually just painting a painting of, like, a skeleton Mario, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to a outfit from Super Mario Odyssey. But I never played that game before, so correct me if I'm wrong. And well, the next scene basically shows us Bowser coming out of his castle. And yeah, he's very small because if you don't remember from the first movie, after the Mario Bros. Defeated Bowser, they gave him a mini mushroom, I think, which shrunk him into a very small size, which they kept him in a jar. And now he's living inside of like a miniature little castle. So yeah, Bowser is no longer a menace or anything. But yeah, he comes out of his little castle and shows the Mario Brothers his painting, which is him and Peach in a very funny picture, because he still likes her, because Bowser has always been like that, I guess. And well, later on in the trailer, we see Mario and Peach sitting down on the ground, and they see some stars, and basically they kind of fly into, like, I guess another planet or something, which, yeah, I've never played Super Mario Galaxy before, but I'm pretty sure this is a form of transportation that Mario does in the game, so it's a neat reference to that. And we can see some bloopers in there, which is another Mario enemy, of course, you know. And there's another scene where it's Peach fending off against these little creatures called ninjas, which again is another Mario enemy. You know, that's something I really appreciate about the Mario Bros. Movies, that it has a lot of co-references to people who are fans of the games. So yeah, there's all kinds of cool Easter eggs and stuff. And well, one of the big reveals to the trailer here is that we actually get to see Bowser Jr., who was completely absent in the first Mario movie. So yeah, I'm sure some people were hyped about this since Bowser Jr. is a popular character. And basically we get to see a form of his in the trailer, which I'm pretty sure is a reference to one of his forms in Mario Bros. Wonder, which is a game that comes out much later after Mario Galaxy, so that's a bit of an interesting choice right there. And a not very surprising, but you know, still cool reveal to the trailer is we get to see Princess Rosalina, who is a character who first appeared in Mario Galaxy and has since been a mainstay in the Mario franchise as a fan favorite. And yeah, we basically get to see her using her powers against like a mech Bowser made or something. She basically says, "Nah, light work," and literally destroys the mech in seconds. So yeah, that was pretty funny, and we'll probably see that scene in the climax of the movie or something. Now, my personal thoughts on the trailer is it's really cool, and you know, I'm excited to see the movie once it comes out, since you know the Mario Bros. Movie made by Illumination was also pretty cool. Like, yeah, it is way better than that other Mario movie that had mostly nothing to do with the Mario series, besides having two guys who look like the titular characters. So yeah, it is pretty cool to see this, and we'll probably see more Easter eggs like the first movie, like with the Punch Up Pizzeria, stuff like that. I just realized I said Punch Up, like the character from Dispatch, but I meant Punch Out, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking about this guy.
You wash your hands after touching all them filthy nutsacks?
Thought he seemed salty.
And yeah, you know, all of the cast from the original movie returns. You know, there's Charlie Day as Luigi, Key from Key and Peele as Toad, which is, you know, kind of a funny choice. There's also Jack Black as Bowser. You know, Jack Black, he had some pretty crazy roles. Like, first he was Nacho Libre, then he was Po from Kung Fu Panda. He's Bowser, and now he's Steve from the Minecraft movie, which, you know, I still haven't seen. All I know it for is for the memes.
You want me to fight the chicken?
Chicken jockey!
And of course, Chris Pratt as the man himself, Mario, which, you know, I've always had a bit of a mixed reaction on them picking Chris Pratt to be Mario, who formerly voiced Emmett from the Lego movie, and some other characters I probably don't know about, like, oh yeah, there's Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, Chris Pratt, he kind of just sounds like a normal dude, and, you know, it doesn't make sense that he's playing as Mario when Charles Martinet, who was literally in the first movie playing as a character who looks like Mario but isn't Mario. I'm just wondering, why couldn't they just have him, you know, play as Mario? Because that would, and Luigi, because he plays as both of those characters, it would make a lot more sense. But that's a topic for another day, perhaps. So, yeah, anyways, this movie trailer looks pretty cool. You know, it has great animation like the first movie. I do think the art style of the movies is way better than like the games, because the games, you know, as iconic as that style is, they do kind of look like plastic. But in the recent titles, they have improved the art style. Well, it's up to you to decide if you think this is improved or not. But yeah, you know, the animation is pretty great. You know, it's made by Illumination after all, who's made a bunch of other movies before this one. So it's not very surprising that they would have some great animation. Same with music, which is, you know, like references to iconic music from the Mario series. So yeah, what do you guys think about the Mario Galaxy trailer? Are you excited or not? If you're not excited, then you're probably crazy, but it's all up to you to decide. So yeah, this is Red Penguin Productions signing off, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. So bye!